Hi there Aries, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 24th of March. Yours is the sign of action, and with the sun now making progress in your sign, you would have a rightly expectation that this week can see you continuing to make progress on key ideas and plans. The problem is the first couple of days of this week sees Mercury affected by the dreamy influence of Neptune, and whilst your subconscious may come into play strongly, you can also find yourself plagued by inner doubts, or rather vague worries and anxieties. But by Wednesday, Mercury breaks free of Neptune and is going to start to forge a great link with Jupiter. And this link suggests that your intuition will be working much more effectively as this week goes on. Mars, your ruler, also forges or continues to forge a great link with the planet of structure, Saturn. This suggests that as long as you do your research and you keep your feet on the ground, any links you make in terms of sources of finance or potential partnerships that you explore can show signs of growth, because Saturn won't be like a brake on Mars, but it just gets it more in balance. So Mars is not too reckless and going into situations with too much abandon. So in this sense, it can actually be a very positive thing for you, Saturn. Now later this week, Venus is going to be forging a great link with Mars too. So Venus is in your sector of friendship. So sociable opportunities can start to emerge as you come out of this cloudiness that can just see you a little bit bogged down in the early parts of the week. And once you do, there may be one friend that you just seem to find that you have more and more in common with, a sense of simpatico. Now this doesn't necessarily have to have a romantic dimension, although it could do, and if it does, great, go for it. When Mars and Venus are in a trine like this, it's very enabling. So socially or in your romantic situation, balancing your drive and more tender emotions together is certainly going to be a much easier thing. But also this week we still have Jupiter and Pluto forging a T-square with Uranus in your sign, which can be much trickier. And by the end of the week on Sunday, as Uranus starts to be collected by the Sun and there is a new moon on Sunday, this new moon is actually caught up in this T-square too. So what is the real basis of the issue? Well, you've got Jupiter is very go-getting and hopeful, and then we've got Pluto, which is in the sector of ambition for you and could see you make some very determined moves, if not obvious ones, in terms of your status and standing. But what the Sun is saying to you, especially in its conjunction with Uranus, is don't give away what really feels right for you. Because if you get something, whether it's a bigger home, a bigger job, a bigger car, but it actually limits you in some other way by the cost of repaying the borrowing, or because you have onerous responsibilities which stops you being the individual you really are, then this is a new moon you're not going to get the most benefit from, because this is asking you to be as individualistic as possible and much less worried about getting other people's approval. But success usually comes with some compromises. So it just depends where you're up to and in what particular parts of your life. But I think from the next couple of weeks from the end of this week, a sense of freedom is going to be something you are going to want to embrace in one way or another. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.